Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the 808 podcast. We got 4 questions in 8 minutes and 8 seconds because 808 looks like Bob. That is the exact reason for it there. So let's get to it. Question number 1 in a few sentences. Tell me who you are and what do you do?
Hello, I'm Kim Kasparian. I'm a mindset coach and business strategist for business owners who want to create sellable businesses. This year is my 20th year. And basically, I work with business owners who want to live the life they love right now while creating peace, joy, and profit all at the same time. So that is what we do.
See, this is why I don't read off bios, because then I usually show people can be able to say something really good like that instead of me stuttering over myself there. So love it there. So question number 2, Kim, what advice you want to share of other companies in the B2B industry? Let's go.
My best advice, hard learned, is to be seen as a problem solver versus being seen as an order taker. And I say that with a big heart and a lot of humility because I see a lot of people confusing that and they're missing out on all the things that a business can really provide and the relationships that are available to you when you do that.
So how do you do that?
Well, basically you focus on the problem that you know you solve better than anybody else. And I use little sound bites. Clients call them Genie-isms because you remember them. So basically, my 2 little sound bites for you today, for the audience today, is become the change you want to see, and then you become the leader of that change. So basically, it's connect, communicate, and convert. Learn how to authentically connect to people. Even CEOs and business owners are people first. When you connect on an authentic level, relationships start to unfold and people really start telling you what they really need, not what just they want. And learning how to concisely, compellingly, authentically communicate your value to them makes everyone lean in and go, really? Can you tell me more? And it allows people to share with you what's really going on versus what they want you to see or what they think it's okay to show. And when you solve the problem versus the symptoms, you become, I call it becoming a concierge consultant to your clients. You're a sought out partner versus, hey, I'm here to take your order. I need a deal. Like, hurry up. I got to go to the next deal. I find that works so much better, especially in competitive marketplaces.
It does there. So why don't we talk about one of your clients, and you can think of what in your head that basically before working with you, they were an order taker and that's all they're doing. Okay. And what were the things that they actually did, and not just be authentic? Like, how did they become authentic? Okay. You know, kind of more the I like the nuts and bolts instead of just say be a good person.
I'll give you one. If you have time, I can give you a second one. So one of my clients who was a manager in a textile industry for years, and we did a lot of personal life coaching and management coaching with that. One day he decided, he goes, I'm going to be on your side of the fence and I'm going to start selling. I was like, great. Like, and he's like, okay, I'm going to go do it. I'm like, okay. Came back to me very frustrated. He goes, it's not going very well. And I said, really? Well, what's going on? He goes, I keep on calling for a sale and no one returns my calls. I said, well, what exactly are you doing? He's like, well, I'm looking to sell. He basically said, I'm calling to sell you the chemicals you need for your business, which was his industry that he was working in. So I asked him, I said, Joe, you've been a manager for 30 years. How did you deal with those calls? He goes, I put them into voicemail. I said, exactly. He goes, well, what do I need to do? I said, be the you that you are. You were them. You don't think you understand what they're going through? He goes, of course I do. I said, why don't you lead with that conversation? You know, you have 30 years management experience and you know the problems they're having. And, you know, if you want to talk to me, I might be able to help you. He used that approach. Hi, I'm Joe. And I know I used to be you. Not only did he get invited in to have a conversation, they invited him onto the manufacturing floor to actually see their problem. And he was willing to look at it and say, oh, yeah, make a couple of changes here and there. It wasn't related to buying the chemicals, but because he took the time to solve their problem,
right?
They were like, that's fantastic. Oh my God. All right, by the way, yeah, I do need a couple things. Like, here's what I want you to order for me. He would have never gotten that opportunity had he not presented himself as a problem solver.
Perfect. No, I love that there. We got about 3 minutes left. So let's get to question number 3. What other top CEOs and business owners in the B2B industry, like yourself, would you like to acknowledge as a leader and should be a guest on my podcast?
There's 2 people that come to my mind. Zeph Zan, who is the owner of Entrepreneurs That Soar. She does all things live and helps you put your best face and conversation forward on live streaming. She's really knowledgeable. If you want to be more visible and you're not comfortable with all that entails, she's really knowledgeable. And in the mindset space, because it's all about mindset, Liz Nicholas, I can give you her spelling if you need to. She is a wonderful mindset coach. And she really makes mindset simple. And you get lost in the whole positive thinking, law of attraction.
Right.
She teaches you how to train your brain.
Perfect. I'll look them up. We're done here. Number 4, final fun question. Kim, tell me about your first sale.
My very first sale probably was when I was 12, when I decided to start my own babysitting business in the neighborhood. And basically I was a problem solver back in the day. You know, parents needed to be away from the house, but didn't want to leave their kids alone. And they needed somebody they could trust,
right,
that knew was responsible enough to make sure the house was still standing when they came back. So basically it was my mom's friend who was stuck in a bind, and I was hearing them over here talking, and I said, I can help you with that. I said, I wouldn't mind watching them for a couple hours. And that turned into lots of referrals. So everybody on the block who had kids knew if they needed a babysitter or a mother's helper, they would call me. So that was the beginning of my referral marketing career.
Perfect. Love it there. That is awesome there. So Kim, you've got 1 minute and 14 seconds left. If you want to do some promo time, we can talk about the weather, whatever, or we can end early. Either way, that works.
What I wanted to say, if people want to get to know more, get to have a conversation, they can go to our website, which I know you're going to share. And basically, I just want to remind everyone, you're only a conversation away from whatever you need. So you'd like to have a conversation with me, not necessarily to work with me,
right,
but just like to tell me what you need, because I'm a really natural connector.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be happy to connect you to wherever you need to be.
Perfect. That works there. You pulled it off. 4 questions in 8 minutes and 8 seconds because 808 looks like Bob. Say your website real quick.
Our website is successgenie.com.
It's in the description. It's magic. Kim, thank you so much for being on. Tip of the hat to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. For everyone else watching or listening, make sure you check out more episodes of the 808 podcast. My name is Bob Clark. You all have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.